Ramadan Mubarak, my loves. So may Allah accept your fast and your du'as. May Allah give us here and the hereafter, strain our iman, forgive us for our wrongdoings, and may He make this fast easy for us all. And I pray that you and your family are in good health. So let's get started. So today I am finally going to break down my Ramadan schedule, and I'm also going to talk about what I eat, my daily planner, my goals, and then I am also going to take some time to go over like workout schedule, the best time to work out, what I recommend and what I don't recommend, and why I recommend them and why I don't recommend, the pros and cons basically. So if you are interested, stick around because it's going to be hopefully very helpful for some of you. You don't need an iPad for this, you don't need anything for this but a schedule. So if you have a pen, paper, if you have your phone, that's all you really need to write things down, because sometimes when we think too much and we, especially I know firsthand that if I'm thinking about a lot, I get very stressed. I get so stressed, and then my anxiety start kicking in, and it's just not good for my health, right? Or your health. So I would definitely advise the first thing to do is grab a pen and paper, or you could take notes from your phone, or if you have an iPad or if you have a computer, whatever works for you works for you. If you have a calendar, great. Okay, so with my iPad, basically I write down like my schedule. I use a planner called Good Notes, and I think a lot of people use that too. They either use Procreate or Good Note, but I am using Good Note, and in my Good Note, I basically do, there's a section for my planner that says goals. So I put Ramadan goals. As you guys know, the month of Ramadan is the month of fasting. It is also the month that the Quran was revealed. So that is one thing that I put on my calendar so I can just have a reminder of our obligation this month is to fast and is to worship and submit ourselves to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So my step that I like to achieve this month, I want to donate somewhere like every week, and I want to pray my Tawari, I want to pray my Tahajjud, and I want to also limit music usage. Usually I don't listen to a lot of music, but I do when I'm at the gym, and I also do when I'm like scrolling down like my timeline. It's kind of like, how can you avoid that? But this month, what I've been trying to do so far during Ramadan is if I am on social media, I put my volume down. With Instagram, I can mute it. So I basically mute on Instagram, and then I put my volume down on TikTok. So learn a new surah. I want to learn a new surah. Like, I feel like I've been slacking on that. I've been so focused on trying to read the Quran or getting the tajweed right that I haven't really learned any new surahs. So that's one of my goals this month. And then of course I want to read hadith. I want to learn the 99 names of Allah. And then I am currently listening to Dr. Yasir Qadir. I hope I said right, Yasir Qadir. And then I'm also trying to listen to Omar Suleiman, Yaqeen Institute. Mashallah, like, he is amazing. I love it. I love those two sheikh. So I try to, like, you know, give my attention to those two, because I don't want to overwhelm myself as well. I want to be able to take in what I can take in and take notes, and then just work on it spiritually, whatever I'm taking in. So I also wanted to read a new dua a day. That is something that me and my husband do. Like, he read the dua and I just like read after him. That is something we do together. There's still a lot that I don't know, and there's still a lot that I'm still trying to learn. So inshallah, like, every year, like, it gets better, you know, alhamdulillah. And then of course I write down my reason to achieve this goal. Of course I want to grow spiritually, I want to go closer to Allah, and I want to, you know, when you think about Jannah, you think about doing the things to get you to Jannah. This month is perfect. It's a perfect month to work on ourselves and to get better and to be better for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay, so one of the obstacles I would like to overcome is spending too much time on social media, listening to music, not being productive, and using my time wisely. So I'm a person that I do a lot all at once, and I get distracted very easily. And even while I am working, I'm also working on, like, two, three, four things. If you know me, you know that I be multitasking, y'all. I be doing the most. Okay, so it's one of those things that I just want to be more productive and focus and just make sure that I am doing what I'm supposed to be doing this month of Ramadan. One of the things that I like to do is read the Quran in English and in Arabic. I am getting better in my Arabic. Yeah, I just finished Tajweed like a few months ago. I'm still working on it, and I still have my Quran teacher, like helping me out, but now it's a little bit easier, like I try to take my time. I try not to get frustrated, because before, last year, the year before, I was so frustrated because I couldn't read it in Arabic, subhanallah, so this year I've gotten better. Like, I'm still working on it, but I've gotten better. And of course, I like to read it in the morning, because it's better. Let's like get it out the way. So this month, what I'm doing, I'm starting from the back to read it, going up, and then with English, I'm starting from the front. It works for me. So one of the things that I have for this page, and then I have another page where I am going to break down my my days, like the prayer time to eat, and then my workout days. So this is the question that I get a lot about my workout days, and I'm going to show you guys how I break it down. As far as my schedule, so the way I'm going to try to show you guys on the screen. I am going to like screen record this, and I'm going to show you guys somewhere here, so you guys could really see what I'm looking at, so I can break it down for y'all. Okay, so this schedule, this workout schedule, is not the same as my regular workout schedule. I did it this way because again, I'm also trying to pray in the masjid. I'm also trying to spend some time with the community and do a few things in the masjid during this month. Here's how I broke it down. I am basically working out 4 days a week, and then 3 days doing Tarawih in the masjid. So the days that I am working out is the days that I will be praying Tarawih at home. So on Monday, I am going to be doing like cardio and abs. I want to take it slow, especially it's the first day of the week. Usually on my regular days, Mondays are my leg days. So that's the difference. The difference is like, while you fasting, like I just don't want to be doing too much. So I'm going to take it very slow. I'm going to start with cardio and abs and see how my body feels. And then on Tuesday, I am going to be doing basically chest, shoulders, and tricep. I put those three together because I usually do chest on a separate day, and I usually do shoulders and tricep together. But I feel like when I do chest, I don't do that much workout with chest. I do probably like 2 or 3, and then that's it. So I feel like it was perfect to put it with shoulders and tricep. And then for my Wednesday, I am going to do quads and hemis. Y'all, I go ham on leg days, so that day is going to be one of those days that I need about 2 hours and I need a good meal. But I am going to break down what I eat and how I keep up with my protein intake, and then my carbs and my calories. I'm going to break that down later on for you guys. But on my Wednesday is my leg day. And then on Thursday, I'm doing back and biceps. Then on Friday, it's masjid, tarawih, it's Jummah. So I'll be in Jummah just, doing my thing. And then for Saturday as well, I'll be in tarawih. And then Sunday, I'll be tarawih. Those days will be considered rest days, especially on the weekends, like, with other things that I have to prepare for, meal prep. So it gives me time to do those things. So let's move on to the next page that I have. Again, I'm going to try to put the screen up so you guys can see a little bit. This page really is it's like a daily planner. Even though I have my schedule right here and the times and stuff by color code, I also decided that I wanted to do a daily planner so I know so it could break down the time for me. Again, like, it works for me. It helps me out to plan out my days. something may work differently for you. So in the morning, like I make sure I put like, you know, what time I wake up for suho, and then like what time I pray for fajr, what time I pray fajr, and then the time I read the Quran, and the time I start my work, and then, you know, my class, my Arabic class, and then when I pray the whole Asr, Maghrib, and Isha for iftar. Like I put those things to know, like when I'm going to read Quran, when am I going to listen to the Sirah, and then when am I going to learn a surah, when I'm going to work out, when I'm going to go to the Taraweeh. So this page really helps me out, because it's like when you're doing too much throughout the day, it's kind of like, what time do you have? So this really break down the time for me to let me know this time is reserved for this, you know. So I hope it makes sense, because like it really helps me out. I had to add this page on there. It's a lot, but again, you don't have to do all of that. I'm just showing you guys how I do mine and what helps. Okay, so when you move on to the next page, again, I'm going to show you guys. It's my Ramadan meal idea list. Actually, it's crazy. I call it Ramadan because it is a month of Ramadan, but this is also what I eat outside of Ramadan. I'm on a calorie deficit anyways, so it's this Ramadan with the fasting, it works perfectly. Like I can never eat enough calories, but I eat enough protein. So a win is a win. A win is a win. Okay? So that's all that matters for me. Anyways, I don't know if you guys ever follow like my fitness journey or ever see me like weightlifting or anything. I know I barely post any of that because I'm more of the lifestyle, travel, fashion influencer. So my eyes is like watering, y'all. So I know I barely post like my workout, but y'all, I be going heavy in the gym. If I have a clip, I'm gonna show y'all. I be going heavy in the gym, and I don't want to lose my gains. Okay, that's very important to me. I don't want to lose my gains, and in order for me not to lose my gains, and for you too, if you want to take that, is to make sure you eat a lot of protein. So I am about to break down what I eat for suho, iftar, and my post workout. For suho, of course, you know, eat about like 4 or 5 in the morning. I've been waking up early, but the chewing part, it's been like, sometimes I get so tired of chewing, and I just blend. Like, especially if it's like overnight oats, I'll just blend my food, okay, y'all. Like, I'm just like easier. Same thing, just, you know, you just drink it. So let me go break down what I do for suho. For suho, I do overnight oats. Sometimes I do it differently. Sometimes I put like my oats, my milk, and then my protein powder, and then that's it. And sometimes I do oats and I put like yogurt and I put peanut butter. I don't put a lot of stuff, but I put things I know that would be beneficial for me and that has a lot of protein. And of course I measure my like everything, okay? Like I think one of the things that's very important is to measure your intake, because I do see a lot of people making oats for overnight oats for their suho. Okay, so the jar they use be like full, and I'm like, I mean, mashallah, like, you know, everyone again has like a different different goals and different like things they want to achieve in their Ramadan, right? In their food as well, in their intake. So, but one thing I just want to make sure that you guys do is to measure your oats. Oats has a lot of carbs, okay? So imagine if you are eating like 1 cup or 1.5 cup of oats, and then for your iftar, you eating rice, beans, and all type of different bread. Y'all love bread. Y'all eating a whole lot of bread, and then later on you guys are snacking. And usually when you are snacking on carbs, you know? So with that, it's like you eating a lot of carbs. Yes, you need carbs for energy, but you need complex carbs. You know, carbs is like really good for your body. That will keep you up throughout the day. And then you also need to be careful, because if your carbs intake is way more than your protein, it's kind of like, what are you doing? Like, you kind of wonder like how your body ended up being in the state that it is after Ramadan, or even during Ramadan, So I think the most important thing here is to make sure you measure your carbs intake. Okay, so for me, I do half a cup, and then I do 1 cup of milk, and I do one serving of protein powder, and then if I am adding yogurt, I'll do like 0.7 cup, about 3/4 cup. And then if I am doing if I'm adding chia seed, I pay attention to all the toppings that I am adding in my oats to make sure that it's aligned with my goals. I use my Fitness Pal. I am going to show you guys the app. I use my Fitness Pal, and then by the time I'm done with my breakfast, let's say if it's oats, it will be about good 30-40 protein, and then 20 carbs, 20 gram of carbs, and about 480-500 calories, which is perfect, because now that I know my breakfast is about 500 calories, I have to I make sure my iftar is about around the same, and then my after meal after that, I also try to do snacks, healthy snacks like protein bar, or if that day yogurt, plain yogurt, because it has way more protein, and then tuna, things like that. So and then avocado toast with eggs. When I'm eating eggs with avocado toast, I'm definitely eating about 4 eggs. I'm boiling 4 eggs up, or I'm cooking 4 eggs up, because that's a lot of protein. And then I'll do avocado toast. I don't do 2 slices, I do 1 slice, because if you ever take a look at your bread, a lot of carbs. Again, it may not seem like it's a lot of carbs for when you're eating it at the moment, but once you start adding your breakfast, your lunch, and your dinner, it's a lot of carbs. So try to think of those aspects when you are meal prepping, and when you are doing your food intakes. So, and then I also do protein pancakes, and eggs. And then another option is a smoothie. So when I am doing my smoothies, of course, I'm adding protein powder. The same thing that I would do for my oats is definitely the same thing that I would do for my smoothies. I'll just blend it. The only difference is I'll add some fruits. As far as iftar, also during suhoor time is the time that I take my vitamins, my pill vitamins. Mashallah, alhamdulillah, it's been really, really good. I actually remember to take my vitamins when I do it that way. Outside of Ramadan, I be going some days without remembering, and I think from now on I am going to start taking my vitamins in the morning because it works. It's really helpful. I've been on point, alhamdulillah. So for iftar is the time that I make sure I eat some complex carb, my greens, and then my protein. So I eat sweet potatoes, chicken, veggies, and sometimes I just eat meat and veggies. And sometimes on my low carb suhoor day, I'll do a chicken wrap. I switch it up. Those are the things I do for iftar. Now, if I am invited to an iftar dinner, I'm not gonna lie, I be eating, but I make sure I keep track of what I'm eating and how I'm eating. I don't overeat. It is so important to not overeat during iftar. After I'm eating, I wait 30 minutes and I drink these. So if this is the Green Vibrance. I know some people use Bloom. If it works for you, it works for you. I tried Bloom, it didn't work for me. But this will have me going. This make me go to the bathroom, okay? It's too much to share, but this is it. I mix it with this, which is the Vital Protein Collagen. Those are my supplements for right now. And then surprisingly, it tastes so good. It doesn't taste bad at all. This is 20 grams of protein. So again, I'm taking my supplements, and then it has protein, which is This is how I get all my proteins, y'all. By making sure I make smart decisions in what I am intaking, what I'm eating, and what I'm putting in my body. The only thing that I'm not, this is another supplement that I take outside of Ramadan. This is the only thing that I'm not taking during Ramadan, because this is creatine and you have to drink a lot of water. And yeah, and it makes you dehydrated. So I can't really drink that much water when I take this, because if I take this in the morning, I'm gonna be dehydrated. And if I take it for iftar, there's only so much water I can drink without being like super full. Hopefully, like, I'm making the right decision, but I feel like since it makes me dehydrated and I have to drink a lot of water, anybody that take creatine have to drink a lot of water. So, and I'm not doing that as much. I'm only drinking about 3 bottles. What I try to do is I try to drink a bottle suho, I try to drink a bottle iftar, and I try to drink a bottle before I go to bed. So that's 3 bottles of water. That's not enough water. So I am like, okay, no creatine for this month. I say so a lot. And I don't take pre-workout as well. I forgot to mention that. I don't do pre-workout because it's late, you know, and I want to wake up in the morning and I want to sleep. So I don't take no pre-workout, no creatine this month. The best thing I could tell you guys is to make sure that you are keeping track of your protein. You're supposed to be eating at least 1 gram of protein per your body weight. So I weigh about 154. So I am, in a day, I'm eating about 154 grams of protein. How I do it throughout my Ramadan, trust me, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Sometimes, you know, like it gets hard. It's like, how can you eat protein and not eat carbs? Because my carbs is lower than my protein. So that's why I say sometimes I'm just eating chicken. So I'm just eating my chicken, my protein, and then, you know, or drinking a smoothie, you know. One thing I would like for you guys to remember is that during suhoor, you would want to have a meal that is going to fuel your body throughout the day, right? So you want to have food that's higher in protein, and then that has that complex carbs, so you can digest slowly, and it will also keep you full longer. So you want to make sure that you eat a good amount of protein, and then you want to make sure you eat complex carbs. So let's go ahead and talk about like the time that to work out. What is best time to work out during Ramadan? So there are a few different times. And I'll tell you guys which one I recommend and which one I don't recommend, and why I recommend it and why I don't recommend it. So the first time you have is before Fajr. So just imagine Fajr is like what now? Like about, I don't know where else in the world is Fajr, but I know Fajr is like very early. Over here it's about 5:39. I think it went back. It was 5:45 the first day, but now it's like 5:30, and I think it's gonna keep going back, right? So if you're working out, let's be real. If you're working out before Fajr, you'll have to be in the gym about like 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, depending on your workout. If you could do a 45 minutes workout, great. I mean, you know, if it's wild to me to know anyone is waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, but people do it, especially if they have to pray Fajr around this time. But what I'm saying is working out at that time. Outside of Ramadan, I work out like 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. So I think it's realistic. But again, what woman is going to be outside at that time working out, you know? And unless you're working out at home and you're doing like a 30-minute workout, it's doable, because now right after you're done working out, you can go ahead and enjoy your meal, and it'll be great. So if that works for you before Fajr, then by all means, mashallah, like, you know, like just thinking about 3 o'clock in the morning workout is like wow to me. But mashallah, like if you can do it, and if you can do it at home, if you get to suho, do it. And then you also have after Fajr. I do not recommend after Fajr. Just imagine you done eating suho and then you are going to work out and fast afterwards. I highly advise y'all, when you are finished with your workout, eat, you know? And because we are fasting this month, we cannot eat after Fajr workout. So I definitely don't recommend it, because yes, you will have the energy from Soho to do your workout, but you are breaking down your body by not eating after your workout. So all the hard work you just did in the gym is like pointless, because what are you feeding your muscles? You know, like I would definitely not advise after Fajr workout. And then you'll be dehydrated. Like, where's your water intake? So that's something to be mindful about. And then you also have during fasting, you do have people that go work out in the middle of the day. I don't know how do y'all do it? Please let me know. Again, you are depriving your body, you are out working, you are tired, you're fatigued, you are dehydrated. How are you working out during your fast in the middle of the day? And then you're not eating before and you're not eating after. I definitely would not recommend, because there's a lot of cons there, and then you want to make sure that you are taking care of your body the right way, and you want to make sure that you are drinking enough water to make sure whatever the hard work that you're putting in the gym or at home, you are maintaining that progress. So, and then you also have before iftar. Again, I would not recommend before iftar. You do have some people that do it before iftar because they like, okay, 1 hour before iftar I get to eat, which is great. That's the pros. The pro is that you get to eat right after your workout, so you get to feed your muscle, and that's great. But the thing is, while you in the gym, you are tired. You are very tired. You are dehydrated. So how are you really working out? How are you able to do a full workout? Or even if you are maintaining, if you're doing lightweight, even if you are doing cardio, imagine even cardio, because I do have people that say, oh, I'm only doing cardio. And I'm like, with no water, without hydrating your body, I highly do not recommend before iftar. Again, if it works for you, if you feel okay with that, the best part, you get to eat right afterwards. So alhamdulillah. And then you also have after iftar. There's only one way I recommend right after iftar is if you are eating very little during iftar. If you're eating, because I used to do that a few years ago, I used to work out right after iftar. If you're eating a small amount of food, you're not overeating, then it's possible, because you have energy to go to the gym, and then after the gym you just like, you know, again, during Ramadan we're not trying to do 2 hours in the gym, we're trying to do 45 minutes, an hour. We're trying to stay active. The point is to be active, right? If you're not overeating and you have self-control, then I think it's doable to eat a little bit, a small amount of food, and then go to the gym, do like a 30 minutes 45 minutes workout, and then come back for Isha, eat, pray, and then you get to make it to Tarawih, which is the great benefit about doing right after iftar. Now, and then you also have after Isha. So the pros with after Isha is the fact that, again, you get to digest your food that you ate for iftar. You get to pray your Maghrib, and you get to pray Isha, and then you could go to the gym. You can come back home and do Tarawih, or you could catch up with Tarawih to the masjid, whichever one, depend on your masjid and how long they take to do their Tarawih, right? So that is what I recommend. I recommend to work out after Isha, because then you get to digest your food, then you get to get your Isha out the way, and then you get to go ahead and go to the gym, and knowing that you are full of energy. It is late. It is very, very late for some. It is late for me as well. Now you have the last time that you can work out, which is after Tarawih. After Tarawih, I would say it is great, and then it's a little again, depending on what time your masjid is done with Tarawih, and it's also depend on what do you have to do the next day. Everyone's circumstances are different. If you have to work the next day, And if you have to be somewhere, you have to wake up early, I would not suggest after Taraweeh. But if you know that you are one of those people that just be outside the masjid just talking and having fun and hanging out, girl, go work out. Okay, that could be workout time. I'm just saying. If you one of those people that, you know, go to sleep late anyways and you feel like you just kicking a workout, I know a lot of people are tired around this time, but if you can do it, just do it. What I personally do, I work out after Isha. So because I work out after Isha, I don't have a 24-hour fitness. That's another thing too. If you have like 24-hour fitness, you definitely could do after Taraweeh, and then depend on the time, because you need sleep. You cannot deprive your body, and then you also got to wake up for suho. So again, at your own discretion. So I do, I go work out after Isha 4 days a week, and by the time I'm done working out, I'm done like around 10 o'clock. So it's still pretty early for me, and this is why I try to eat majority of like my protein or my carbs earlier during suho at iftar time. So by the time I get home, I'm not eating like very heavy. I can just drink a shake. I can just eat very small, you know. So that works best for me. So by the time like I go to bed around, I would say like 11, 12. I wake up early. I try to wake up 30 minutes before Fajr, or 45 minutes, depend. But I try, since I have my food ready the night before, I try to wake up 30 minutes before Fajr so I can eat slowly, I can digest everything, and I can take my time. So that's another thing I would definitely recommend, is for you to wake up early enough so you can eat slowly, eat the right food, and you can get the energy that you need throughout the day. Do things based on your lifestyle. I highly recommend to eat high protein, complex carbs, and veggies, and keep your health and your body in shape. The main thing is to stay active. Even if you have to just take a walk, get on a bike for like 30 minutes or run for like 20 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever it is, just try to stay active and try to take care of your body as much as you can. Thank you so much for watching. If I am missing anything again, please let me know. And if you want to add anything, go ahead and add it in the comment. I really hope this video was helpful for you and I, and for us to hold each other accountable so we can be better. We can be better. Yeah. Okay, my loves. Later. Mwah.